Start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning, sure.
The picture begins to resolve. But what is it you're missing? We failed the challenge. Didn't we have like 100%? Oh, we didn't have 100% chance. It's a promising theory. Only a theory. But
A development.
a
A
development!
disappearing heiress. Oh my god, it's the same options.
Huh?
Let's do the other one.
Let's revisit it once. A bespectacled young devil behind the counter at Dante's Grill saw the Comtessas last night. She had a companion, he says, a large gentleman with a muddy complexion, if you know what I mean. Are you going to order something or do I have to fetch Milo? Clayman, this is worrying news. Clayman, especially the unfinished ones, can be dangerous. You hurry back to the Comte with the information.
So we can still pursue the case, but that implied that we, have progressed. That we needed to talk to a guy called Comte.
Well, if we press on, all we can do is frequent key locations, which we succeed on. And now we can either ask anyone with an interest or put together scraps of information.
Let's put together scraps of information, as it only takes 2 actions that we are rapidly running out of.
Yes, that'll work. And we have another development. Oh, now see, now it's something new. We can disguise ourselves, or we can navigate the labyrinth. You expect the missing Contessa somewhere in the clay quarters, far beneath Lady Bones Road.
Yeah?
I thought we already knew that. That's why we're there, and then it didn't give us an option
No,
to
no,
do
no.
anything.
We know that. Now we're going to go look for her underneath Lady Bones Road.
But we were already there. After many hours, you reach a cavern lit with foxfire candles. The space is crammed with Clayman. At its center, on a dais, stands an unfinished stone replica of the missing Contessa. A sculptor shapes the planes of her face with muddy fingers. You're not particularly surprised to see it's the family manservant. Obviously, the butler did it. Then you see the unfinished statue's eyes, white, green, human. To find the missing Contessa, you must confront her abductor far beneath the city. The tunnels are unnaturally quiet as you descend. The clay manservant is waiting for you beside the statue of his missing mistress. She's become stone, he says in slow, clotted Loamsbrook. She loved me. I stole her from her father so that we might escape. Now we shall be stone together. The working's almost finished. She cannot be flesh again. You stare at the statue. A pair of frightened green eyes stares back at you. We can either kill her or leave her to the...
Yeah, there is not an option to save her. It is leave her to this hell or kill her.
Well, what's your judgment call? Is she afraid of the Clayman or afraid of us?
Well, I can't imagine she's happy. Wasn't she abducted?
Well, she just became missing.
Ah. Well...
So the question is, do we kill her? Or do we let her forever be a Clayman? Claywoman?
Honestly... Yo, she chose this. Maybe this is what she wanted.
I'm not sure she did.
My gut is saying leave her.
We're not entirely sure she did choose this, but let's leave her. Whatever your motives, you leave the Clayman to complete his infernal work. Perhaps the Contessa really does love him. Perhaps she will enjoy her new life in the roots of the city. Your life still awaits you above. You've solved the case. Hooray! We've done something! The Contessa's father sits with impeccable posture. An empty bottle of port rests on his desk. His empty strongbox still rests on the floor. A portrait of the Contessa hangs over the mantel, barely visible in the light of the dying hearth. So, he says, looking past you, you must have encountered many distressing sights in your work. How do you live with what you know?
Luke, how do you get through the day?
My own mental fortitude, really.
Alright, I guess that's the choice.
Her father reaches for his bottle. Its lightness seems to surprise him, for he sets it back with a forlorn sigh. Perhaps I should be stronger. Should have been stronger. Does it even matter now, though? With the soulless epidemic? That abominable brass embassy, and you unable to bring back my... He shakes his head and gestures that you should leave. Our name is chiseled in Loamsbrook.
I take back my J.J. Abrams comment. I like this little story. It's interesting.
It's very short, but it was
Short.
It was something.
It was something. Okay, so on my notes, I say there's another thing in Spite, but seeking documents in the sunken embassy does sound very interesting.
Doesn't it, though? The Celestial Embassy was once a grand pagoda, looming above the rooftops of the fourth city. When London fell, the embassy was buried deep below the earth. Its many levels now descend far underground. The ruined chambers display battered mosaics and brasswork limitations of fourth city decor. Every room is clogged with the detritus of diplomacy. Papers and journals, brass-bound tomes and broken scrolls. In the eastern halls of the broken embassy, one finds documents concerning external affairs. In the western halls, corresponds with old hell. Which way will you go? I kind of want like a long play D&D podcast made by the writers of Fallen London.
That would be pretty good.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you... Well, I guess... Because here's what I'm imagining Matt Mercer reading it. And the problem is, Matt Mercer can read anything and it's interesting.
Yes. But imagine the writer writes like this cool campaign, and the setting is Fallen London. You're in a system where you know you can have things like insanity, maybe Call of Cthulhu, maybe the new Critical Role Matt Mercer investigation thingy system, and it's about. I feel like I love to explore the setting kind of in like D&D because I'm not bound by where I can go. I'm not bound by the few options I have, and I'm not bound by 20 actions.
I was going to say, the most important bind is the 20 actions, right? It's such a bind! This game would be so much better if you could just play it.
I've googled Fallen London lore. Like, I was looking if someone on the interwebs, on the YouTubes, has read, it's like a reading out Fallen London lore for me to listen to, because it's one of the few settings I was genuinely interested in learning more about, like its deep lore, because with this, like, we scratch the surface, we learn things, but we learn things slowly, and I want to learn things fast. I want to read the book on Fallen London, but I've not found anything. I've not found a YouTube that does Fallen London lore videos.
Luke, if only we knew someone who had a YouTube channel who enjoyed reading things. If only I knew someone like that. Oh, Luke, do you know anyone like that?
Well, the problem is I don't know the lore. How would I make these videos if I don't know anything about it?
I mean, I'm assuming there's a good amount of lore on the wiki.
Maybe. There are some. You know what? There's some YouTube that does that. There's a guy. I just found a guy called the Bespeckled Archivist. Actually, maybe I'll listen to some of their stuff. There's also someone that does Fallen London's exceptional stories, but I think that's just the paid content. Oh, there's a Fallen London musical?
Excuse me! Hold up, put that on the stream.
Well, I can't... unless you want to start... Oh, it's from the Stipendium. Oh, I love that guy's, like, music stuff. Okay, maybe there is some. Maybe I just needed to... look better. My fault.
Okay, I mean, do we make this choice now, or do we wait till next time?
Well, we go one direction.
Okay, what are you feeling?
The reception chamber where doors were once open to Fourth City, or the innermost chamber? Innermost chamber, I say.
Innermost, let's go.
As you walk west, you follow the twist of a corridor, stepping from the tiled floor to a wall. The floor has become the ceiling. The embassy was broken when London fell. Its spine snapped. The western sanctum lies upon its side, buried deep beneath itself. Reorienting yourself, you walk on, deeper. And we don't have enough actions for any of this. So, this is where we'll do a little cut. So, like at the midpoint of every good video, what were we doing?
Alright, I didn't even open up the spreadsheet. I'm so bad.
You probably didn't even take notes last time.
I think I took notes. Because I remember...
Alright, we're in the sunken embassy. And we went one way, and we can either follow a trail of coded language, or we can look at our messages. Because...
Well, we definitely look at the messages. Super HGB has invited you to set their calling card. Oh, fantastic. I'm the guy who gave you a heart on the comment of your first friend video. Oh, our viewers are actually responding to us. This is great.
Oh, I cannot.
Excuse me, Paul in London.
Well, I can accept this. Thank you. Good.
We should write to Fallen London and ask for sponsorship.
They're not gonna give me, with my shitty 300 subscribers, a sponsorship.
We can show that guy and say we're actually bringing people into Fallen London.
I'm pretty sure he already had Fallen London.
Wow, fair. Alright, all I've written down is that we were looking for documents in the embassy. I believe the last thing we did was choose east or west. And now we're here.
Yes.
So, do you want to take a straightforward challenge or a high-risk challenge? I feel like it's more like me to try and break open the chain.
Alright, let's break him open. You failed, Shadow. You failed.
Right. Now, knowing me, I'd try once more, and then I'd take the correct choice.
It's written that hell is a labyrinth of follies. The statement holds true here. Marble doors break like paper, while wood, so thin it translucent, almost dislocates your shoulder when you attempt to force your way through. The faces of plaster saints leer at you as you wander through mazes of broken statuary. A falling edict sets alight some of your papers. Who built this? And where are the staff of the embassy forced to navigate these same spiteful coils that you now? Alright, once more. And he failed again, and then...
Then we take the straightforward way.
Hell's documentation is erratic. Much has been incinerated, defaced, or otherwise erased. A still operating law furnace deep with the embassy is in the process of erasing certain records from ever having been. Several disappear in your hands. You'll have to find paperwork that's likely to continue existing. Eventually, you're able to recognize the sigil which marks pages for destruction. Avoiding those, you recover a slim sheaf of correspondence. Well, this seems like another money sink, and by money I mean actions, which are even rarer than money.
Yes, I don't want to spend all of our actions doing the same thing over and over again. So let's go back to Moloch Street, if we can.
I don't think we can. So
Yes, we can. You scroll down.
Well, we can leave, yes, but... Isn't this like a job? We're here on a job, right? So we should give a few more things a try.
Okay. Maybe let's just do the ones that definitely succeed. We are already down to 15 actions, Luke.
That's okay, we only need to fill 5 more minutes to finish one more part. Even in the dark roses grow wild in the embassy. Their thorns prick you like knives. Our flowers orange and white lie split, where the roses have grown through them. They bloom quickly here, faster where your candle brings light. 2 of your recovered documents are mulch. By the time you've pulled the rest away, best move on. Fine, I'll do another one of these. But this just brings us to Infernal Affairs again. I want to try this once. Yay! I succeeded! If its
Nice.
correspondence is to be believed, old hell was a fractious place. Every department within the embassy was staffed by liars, each keen to promote their own value, while denigrating those both above and below them. A series of texts stuffed in a sagging open vault suggesting connection between the law furnaces in hell and one particular department's success. Those who couldn't live up to the legal claims they'd made found themselves swiftly and spectacularly extinguished. It's just like capitalism.
We should do another tier list for capitalism.
Okay, how many more should we do?
I'm thinking we just keep going. Maybe we'll go down to like 8, and then we'll return to the surface.
Alright, we can
And
use this
see
a
what we
bunch
can do.
more. We keep failing. Failing is good. It increases our chances. Ooh, look at that. Now we have 70 insightful. Oh wait, we also keep losing the
No.
fragments. Well, let's go now. Bye-bye. Ah, what you've left is not enough to sell.
Ah,
We need 49.
so
We could get 49 if we spent all of our actions on the safe ones till we are at 49. But that would probably
you
take
know what?
more actions than we currently have.
well, I'm thinking we actually just do the safe ones and just try to get to 49.
Because this one each time is about 5. So by the law of math, we'll get to
Mhm.
49. Well, also by the law of math, we'll eventually fail one of these checks, but that's not as important.
Well, in Switzerland, do you have a version of Sod's Law?
Well, we have 49, so... Well,
Whoa.
you unlock
Don't
this...
abandon your pages.
Wait, how many do we need? Oh, 50.
Oh,
We need one more.
need one more.
Of course, now we failed.
Oh, Luke.
Alright, now we have 54.
Okay.
I don't know what law you're talking about. We probably refused it. We have democracy here, so we didn't want the law.
You have democracy? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. In Britain, we don't have that. We have a queen, and she decides everything. Oh wait, no, it's not a queen anymore. Never mind.
She's dead.
He's super dead. I really wanted to go and actually see the coffin because it was open for public viewing, but I heard that the wait times to get in were like no joke 18 hours. You'd have to like camp out overnight to spend 30 minutes looking at a coffin.
Can you go to her grave site now and spit on it?
I mean, I'm assuming you could. Like, she's got to be buried somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like high security. Also, I like the Queen. The Queen was cool.
Was she?
I think she was pretty cool.
Did she do anything of note that was good for the people? List her
not like-
top 3 good things that she did.
Yeah, so she had like 8 corgi dogs, which I think are like the most adorable kind of dog. There's a really funny story, and I have no way of verifying if this is true. It could just be an urban legend. But like the Sheik of Iran came to visit Britain, and over there they don't have any women drivers. So the Queen put him in the back seat of the car and one of her servants put him in the back seat of the car. And then she got in the front and drove around Buckingham Palace like a mad woman, just to scare this guy, just to fuck with him. And
Okay.
that is a fucking fantastic story, right?
If that's true, I can appreciate that. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I don't have another option other than saying my grandma loves the Queen because in her world, in her eyes, the Queen like personally invited her to come round. Which sounds insane, right? But the way grandma talks about the Queen, it's just so revered that it's like the Queen invited her to come round personally.
Huh.
So I guess that's my last reason. My grandma likes it.
So do we send a bind of documents to Mount Palmerston, or do we give the bind of document to the brass embassy?
I mean, we're not burning them. We took all of our actions to get them. I'm not burning them.
So to the embassy they go.
To the embassy they go.
A careful attaché measures the documents you give him with a set of brass scales. Against them he weighs a gleaming white stone redolent of hell's own walls. When the scales match exactly, he smiles. We do not question the value of your gift, of course, he says, sliding your compensation across the counter to you. But we must ensure nothing has changed within the embassy. A polite cough, the old one that is. And we gain some stuff. And now we can respond. Oh, I want to send a decorate mushroom.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have a slightly more sane message in you than the other one?
No. I think they're all. My default is to be desperate for friends.
Why?
So, hey, Super HEV. Long time no see. What have you been up to?
We have never seen this person.
But if you act like you're familiar, maybe he'll be more inclined to be nice to you.
What have you been up to in London? Question mark?
If you were a class in Baldur's Gate 3, which class would you be?
No, no, no. This is... It's not how we do things.
We could send him like a scam email. To me, that would be kind of funny.
How would we...
Super HGB, thank you for responding. I'm in urgent need of your help. You see, my uncle, the King of Nigeria, needs funds to leave the country. However, his bank account has been frozen. Please send 400 euros to this PayPal account. How's that?
That would be actually, that would be really funny.
Let's do it! ChatGPT.
No, I feel like this is someone, we should find someone, we should send them a friend invite and then send them that.
Yes. Okay, fair. We'll keep that one on the back pocket.
We'll keep the joke. We'll keep the joke in mind. It's a
Keep
good
the joke.
joke. It's a good joke.
Good joke. Alright, I feel like we can just sign this one off.
Alright, this one is the
Thank
most
you,
boring.
HGB.
Yes, this is the most boring letter we've ever wrote. Let's go.
Now, we're out of actions, but before you stop the recording, I have found the article about Queen Elizabeth driving the guy around. So, let me read it to you. King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia, he died in 2015, but in the 80s he came over to see Queen Elizabeth. As a princess, she wanted to do the be a woman driver, a postal worker and an ammunition inspector to serve during World War II. But, you know, she's the queen, so she didn't do that. What is it?
Wow, you're really good at reading this article.
Okay, hold on. We can edit this in post. While Abdullah visited the Queen's Castle in Scotland, Balmoral, in 2003, she often did a tour of the palace. When the cars were brought around and Abdullah got in the front passenger seat, the Queen herself hopped into the driver's seat. Turns out the Queen knew a thing or two about bombing around in a motor vehicle. The monarch served as an auxiliary territorial service during World War II. Not only did the Queen get in the driver's seat, she didn't even hesitate before turning on the car and rolling out. As an army driver during the war, she knew how to roll along Scotland's winding road. The British diplomat Sir Shepherd Crowell Coles recounted this for the Sunday Times. As instructed, the Crown Prince climbed into the front seat of the Land Rover, with an interpreter in the seat behind. To his surprise, the Queen climbed into the driver's seat, turned on the ignition, and drove off. Women are not yet allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia, and Abdullah was not used to being driven around by a woman, let alone a queen. His nervousness only increased as the Queen, an army driver in wartime, accelerated the Land Rover along the narrow Scottish estate roads, talking all the time. Through his interpreter, the Crown Prince implored the Queen to slow down and concentrate on the road ahead. That's a pretty good story.
It's not bad. I'm not sure.
You're gonna edit it so I sound like I'm good at reading, right?
Yes, if I do make this a short, yes. I'm not sure it's an interesting short, but if we said literally nothing else of that's remotely funny, then yes, I will.
Nice.